Hello, hello, creative stampers. How are you tonight? Monday night stamping here. Kristina Reese, Creating with Kristina. And if you're finding me on the replay, please say hello. Tell us where you're from. If you're watching us live, let us know where you're from. Say hello. Um, I don't have anybody in the house yet, but I know you all will be showing up in just a minute because it takes that delay time between when I start and when Facebook starts. So speaking of Facebook, I want to announce that, and I've already announced it once, but I want to announce it again. I'm going to go back to YouTube in March. Okay. So you'll be able to find me on YouTube. If I can do both of them at the same time, like I used to, I will. I'm going to try it that way. Hopefully it'll work. Yes, because yeah, y'all are all asking, please go back to YouTube. But I know some of you like Facebook also. So March, cross your fingers and it'll all work out. All right. Hey, Linda, rainy Florida. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we had sunny skies here, 72. It was pretty nice in Texas today. Matter of fact, I went out with a good friend of mine down the street, Amy. I took her engagement pictures for her. It's amazing what the iPhone can do compared to the big fancy cameras. It was a lot of fun. We went out to the lake and got some sunset pictures. They turned out okay. You know, I wouldn't charge anybody for my pictures. They're not that good, but they're good. Okay. Anyways, hey, Susan. Hi there. Tonight, the purpose of tonight's video, first of all, I want to share with you the February paper pumpkin. It is the last Monday of the month, and I always do paper pumpkin on the last Monday. The February paper pumpkin, it's called Hello Spring. It's beautiful. I love the soft colors, the blues and greens, and a little bit of pink thrown in there. So we're going to be making that. And along with that, I'm going to do an alternative. I'm going to share with you how I used parts of the kit to do a scrapbook layout, because you know I do love scrapbooking. So we're going to do that also. All right. Also, this is my birthday, Stampin' Up! Birthday, not my personal birthday. That's in October. My Stampin' Up! Birthday. I've been in Stampin' Up! For 8 years now, and so I am giving away free stamp sets. Also, I reached 25,000 subscribers on YouTube, so we're celebrating both by giving free stamp sets and free bundles. When you spend $60, you get a free stamp set. If you spend $100, you get a free bundle. It's all in the newsletter. So if you're not subscribed to my email, be sure you're doing that. All right, some more people in the house. We got Katie again. Hello, hello. All right, let's go ahead and switch cameras then, since we've done all the announcements. Where's my, there it is, double angle there. All right, so you who all are watching live, you know what a paper pumpkin is. But for anyone who finds this video later on and you're not familiar with Stampin' Up's paper pumpkin, it is their monthly card kit subscription. All right. So and I always forget the price. I think it's $25 a month with tax. The shipping is included, but the tax, you still have to pay the tax. You get, in this kit, it's 9 cards. And they're always just beautifully done. And they're so simple to put together. And so, but it is a little confusing because they do not use words in their instructions. So that's why I do these videos for you and show you how to do the cards. What else? In every paper pumpkin, you always get the ink. Okay, this is called an ink spot. And this month we got Petunia Pop, which is one of the beautiful in colors from this year. This color will only be available for another year. Okay, our new catalog comes out in April, May, and that's when we get our new in colors. So the ones from 2 years ago are going out. We're going to get 5 new ones. Petunia Pop has another year to go. So got that. And then the stamp set is the chives and the chive flower. To a wonderful friend, sending love. Hello, spring. Happy Easter. Thanks for helping me grow some little kind of what I call a background stamping. The word or I guess that goes with the chives and the word chives. Okay, so that's the stamp set. So you always get a stamp set. You always get an ink spot, and then you get all the pieces. Now, I've already broken my kit up into all the parts because I wanted to be sure I was completely prepared for you all tonight. These are the instructions. So it's a 2-sided colored thing, and the front page shows you what the cards look like. Okay, so that's what your cards will look like. The back of it shows you what's in the kit. So it shows you the card bases, the envelopes, the stamp, all the elements, the twine, the adhesive. I mean, everything's included. The only thing that's not included is a pair of scissors. Everything else is included to make whatever they're have you make. Now, these dies are sold separate for subscribers only, but they do have a die that cuts out this stamp, these chives here, and this flower. So you can cut that out. Okay, and what else? Oh, and then this piece part of the instructions, this is 1, 2, 3, and that shows you what elements of the kit you need for card 1, what elements you need for card 2, and what elements you need for card 3. Then on the inside, it gives you the instructions. So these are the instructions for card number 1. And see, there's no words, it's all pictures. So I'm going to take you through that. Card number 2 and card number 3. Now, when we're all done with that, then I'm going to do a scrapbook page. Okay. Hello, Mallory and Karen and Brenda. They have joined us now. I love it. Mallory's in California. Oh my goodness. Wonderful. Mallory, you living. Oh my gosh, Mallory, I got you confused with Maria. I'm so sorry. Mallory lives in California. Marie lives here in the west of me, here next to my where I live. I'm so sorry, Mallory. I don't know why I was thinking you were Marie. Anyways, Brenda's here. Luana's here. Great. Okay, so let's go on and get started. So I've got my instructions, and like I said, I've already pulled everything out for each of the cards, so we can put this together quickly and then get into doing the scrapbook. All right, so card number 1 is the one on the bottom, of course. Okay, card number 1 has the beige card base, and then card number 2 and card number 3, I'm going to put those over to the side for a minute. Okay, put the instructions here. I think that's good. Don't need that. We got our stamp, we got our ink, and we've got all our pieces. So the pieces they want us to have, hold on. Okay, of course, is the card base. Then there's this bubble bath pink piece that we're going to stamp on. And then there are these 3 cute little herb little pictures. Okay. Whoops, basil's upside down. All right. So we've got those and some twine. Here's my twine and my adhesive. So instead of glue dots this month, we got tape runner. I love tape runner. That and the twine. Okay. And look at all these dimensionals they gave us this month. I love it. All right. So let's put all that together. Stamp. First thing is we need to stamp. So let me pull that piece off, and we need the thanks for helping me grow. Thanks for helping me grow. Where is that one? There we go. Thanks for helping me grow. So if you've got any mentors, this doesn't have to be school teachers. I've got a couple of mentors I'd love to give this card to. They do help me grow. I have a mentor that helps me grow my business. I have a mentor at church that helps me with our ministry there. So yeah, this is a great card. Okay, I need my snip so that I can open this ink spot up. Sometimes the ink spot's kind of hard to open, but what I do is I take the sharp blade of my snips and I just go along the seam there and cut the plastic sticker. Whoops, I came off the seam. There we go. I think that worked. All right. Sometimes it doesn't want to do it. Okay. And then that one. All right. So let's see if I did it enough. Nah, sometimes it doesn't cut through the adhesive. There we go. I felt it go that time. Yep. There we go. Okay. So we've got our petunia pop there. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? That's all right. I like to rub my stamp with my thumb so that the ink doesn't, whoops, let's make sure I'm doing this right. So the ink does not bead up on the stamp, but I think we're going to be okay here. Okay, thanks for helping me grow. There we go. Awesome. And then once we've stamped it, oh, we need to stamp the chive flower on the chive. How many of you have herb gardens? I have one. I love my herb garden. It's the only thing I ever plant. I never do vegetable gardens. I'm no good at I'm no good at maintaining a garden. I love planting in the spring, but then that's it. I don't want to do anything else. so if I do anything else, oh, and you can tell which chive needs the flower. This chive blade right there it looks like it's chopped off, where these have points on them. So you know that the flower has to go on that one. At first I was like, well, where do you put this thing? And I'm like, oh, you can tell. Okay. That turned out pretty good. All right. Hello, Jan. And let's see who else has joined us. That's it so far. Where were we? All right. We stamped. Okay. We're going to put tape on the back of the chives and the back of the mint. All right. And that's hard to tell. It's like, oh, how do you know which one that is? Well, you have to look very carefully. And I know you can't tell, but there is like a blue-green line right there. That's how I could tell it was the mint. This chives has like a granny apple, and the basil has an old olive color. Very hard. These are the tricks that you just don't get unless you're like really paying attention. It's really hard. Okay, let me get my bone folder out too. Okay, and it is a portrait style card. And back to putting tape on the back of these. All right, I'm just going to use my tape runner. It's faster. Okay, got that. Next is, okay, so now I'm looking at the instructions, and step 2, all they did was put the tape on there. They didn't do anything else. So they did have them layered on top of each other. So I'm wondering, no, that's not what they want, because over here on the finished card, the chives are in the back. This chive doesn't even have it stamped yet. So no, this is not what you're doing with them. You're just putting the tape on the back. So it looks like we're going to go chives, then mint, and then basil on top. All right, chives, mint, and they're going to be flat because we only use tape, where basil gets dimensional. So it's going to be popped up. All right, so there we go. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to put the chives in this corner. So like that. And then the mint, whoops, make sure you put it on correctly. It just barely overlaps the curve part. Looks like it comes to this inside line there. And it also comes right across where the flower is. Okay, great. Now we need some dimensionals. Whoops, come here. Lots and lots. I love it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And the basil kind of goes, well, of course, I don't want it upside down. Yeah, you don't want it to come off the card. And so that's about where it's going to go right there. All right. So it kind of covers up the chives, but that's all right. Thanks for helping me get some twine behind it. Well, I've got a twine that's open, so we're just going to use that one instead. Okay, and the way I do twine, and they do it this way also, they take some adhesive and they put it here in the center. All right. They want you to cut 12 inches. So let me grab 12 inches real quick. There we go. Oh, and don't forget, if you've got a question, put a question mark in front. And if you're watching on the replay, and if you have any questions, you can still ask questions. My email, I'll get a notification that you left a message on the video, and I'll go and check and see what it is. All right, let me see if I can figure this out. So we're going to start up here in the corner, and we're going to go down here, and we're going to loop it around. Okay, see how much I want to loop it. Okay, whoops, come back here, stick it in there, and then we're going to loop it around again. Okay. Well, it's not wanting to loop. There we go. All right, I'm not sure. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Come on. There. Okay. I think we did it right. I don't know. I don't think it really matters, just as long as a little bit is showing. It's just a tangled mess. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Dimensionals. It does need a couple of dimensionals on each side. So let's do that. One there and one there. Okay. Whoops, my finger's stuck in it. And then this just goes right between the mint and the basil. So let me make sure that all the string is showing before I stick it down. There we go. Just like that there. So it's kind of sticking out on both sides. And is there anything else? Nope, that is it. So that's card number 1. That was pretty simple, except for the twine. Other than that, it was simple. Twine is one of those things. It's like, I think I would have just tied the bow instead because it's up on dimensionals. It wouldn't have made a difference. Anyways, let's get on to card number 2. Hello, Janice and Loretta. Okay, number 2 is, oh, wait a minute. I just saw something about gardening. Here we go. Susan says very small chives, basil, and thyme. Yes, very small. We're going to stamp to a wonderful friend on the, so we're working with the olive green base this time. Oh, come here. There we go. The olive green base. And this is going to be a landscape card. All right, so like that. We have our, we're going to stamp our sentiment here, and we want to make sure it's on the right side. I do see that it's the basil is stuck on top of it, so you don't want the words to get covered up. Then you've got one of each of the herbs. So we've got the rosemary, the thyme, the basil, and the mint. Okay, so we've got all 4 of the herbs. And we've also got this beautiful label. Love that. Okay, we got the label. So before we get started, though, let's do the stamping. So pull this down, and we need to a wonderful friend. So hold on. Let me clean this stamp off real quick. All right. And that goes back on there. And to a wonderful friend. Come here. All right. Now, what I meant earlier is what I like to do is take my thumb and just rub the acrylic stamp. On the red rubber, you never have to do this. But for some reason, acrylic stamps, the ink beads up on it. I'm not sure why, but I have found rubbing on it has been helping lately. So until it doesn't, I'll keep doing it, right? There we go. I love these little ink spots. To a wonderful friend. And remember, you want to go to the right so you have room for the basil over here. Okay, anything else need to be stamped? Nope. It's done. And then we're going to put tape on the back of this. Okay, and that just gets placed in the center of the card. Okay, then there's, okay, so this is another thing that's hard to understand on the instructions. You're like, well, which 2 get tape and which one gets dimensionals? Well, you got to look at their shapes. The rosemary has 2 like things that stick out there. The thyme has many different ones, little bumps in the, I don't know what to call that, just where the shape is different. The basil has a point right there, and the mint has 6 little points at the top. Okay, so that's how you know which ones you're working with. So we're going to put tape on these 2 and dimensionals on this one for right now. So let me get the tape. And dimensionals. I'm just going to put 3 right down the middle. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, trying to figure out how they go on here. So here's the middle. And it looks like the rosemary is almost completely in the center. Not quite, but almost. So I'm going to put rosemary right there. And then thyme looks like she goes, if she's a she, I don't, she's identifying as a she today. I'm sorry. I have to make fun of our government. They're just so stupid. Okay. And then these go in the center like that. All right. So there we got that so far. Next, twine on the back of this and dimensionals on the back of this. All right. So let's tie the bow this time instead. Okay. Instead of doing it the way they did it. So we're going to do a long bow. Sounds like a Middle Ages thing. The English with their long bow. Or was it the English? I don't know who had the long bow. The Welsh? I don't know. I'm not a history major. I was a math major. Well, one of my tails is short. Darn it. I'm going to try that again. Hold on. Okay. Try to get this as even as possible. There we go. Well, I did it again. I can't seem to get my bow in the center. You know what? I know how to solve that problem. I'm going to do rabbit ears. Have y'all ever made bows with rabbit ears? Where you make the two loops and then you just tie them together like that. There we go. Now our tails are the same size. Okay, flip this over. Oh, the thing is, I don't know what side. The bow goes on the word side. Okay, so there's the word side. So we need our bow on that side. Okay, and I want it to go like this. Okay, now I'm going to stick that down, but I'm going to maneuver these pieces so that maybe they'll behave. They're like deciding to go in every direction possible, except for the direction they should be going. Right? Okay, that looks good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, so we got that on there. Now we need the dimensionals. One on this end and one on this end. Okay, and then that goes across the basil. It's centered. Okay, so well, it's not too centered because I'm going to cover up the basil if I center it too much. All right, there we go. Okay. And then finally, we have the mint, and the mint gets dimensionals. 1, 2, and 3. And one goes up there, goes there, and one goes down here. Okay. And we are finished with a card number 3. Yay. Awesome. I mean, 2. I can't count. Susan says, I mean, that is my herb garden. I use all of it in my cooking. Oh, yes, Janice. There's nothing better than going out to your garden. I feel like I'm in a movie when I do it. You know, it's like, yeah, I'm going out to my garden to get a little basil, or going out to my garden to get a little rosemary. But I do. I love my garden. Okay. We're on card number 3. Here we go. All right. Card number 3 is this beautiful pool party. There we go. It's a pool party. And it's got this cute tag that's got a chive on it, but we need to stamp the chive flowers. We have a circle this time for our sentiment. Hello, spring. Then we've got this little piece that we're going to put our bow on. And then we've got this label as our anchor. It is a portrait styled card. So let's go ahead and hold that down. Oh, I'm stuck on something. I'm rolling. Oh, no telling. All right. Let's start from the beginning with stamping. Okay, so we're going to put one there and one there. You know, my chives always do well here in Texas. They do take a lot of water, but I guess because they're a grass, they're pretty hardy. but they always come back. I just chop them all down and then they come back. So Hello Spring. All right, where's my stamp set? I need the Hello Spring. There it is. Littler block. Okay, and this one, like I said, I like to just rub it with my fingers. Like I said, I don't know if that really helps, but it seems to help. It's kind of like a wives' tale. It's like, yes, if you rub your stamp, the ink will not bead. No scientific evidence, but it always works. Okay. There we go. All righty then. So we've stamped. We need our base. Put some tape on that. And that is centered top, bottom, and sides. So that's pretty simple. And I just eyeball it. Okay, there we go. Then we need dimensionals on the back of our chives. So there's my dimensionals. Now, for those of you who came in late, I'm going to be doing an alternative with our cards after I finish. I'm going to be showing you a scrapbook page, and I'm really excited about it. I think you're going to really like it. And it looks like, let me turn this again. Let's see, it's not quite centered because the Hello Spring is going to come over here to the right. So we need it to be a little to the left, not too much though, but a little to the left. And it looks like it's closer to the bottom than it is the top. So like that. All righty, we got that done. Now we need the green piece is going to get the bow and the dimensional. So let's pull that down. And it goes on the card like this. The bow is on this side over here, and the dimensional is on this side, okay? Because it's going to go like that, and this is already up on a dimensional, so I know my dimensional needs to go there. All right, so let me come here, flip it over. Go ahead and put that dimensional on there so don't lose that. Then some tape here, okay, and some twine. We're going to do 12 inches again, yeah. Come here. I'm going to do the bunny ears again. That seemed to work last time a little better. Okay. There we go. Now I want to make sure the bow is going in the right direction. Oops. Let's pull that part up more. Okay. So I want it to go like that. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to make sure okay, wait a minute. There's not much sticky to stick that onto. There we go. That looks good. Okay. And this just goes right above the word chives, right there. And it does go over the card, this label here. Okay. So we've got that in there. We're not quite done yet. We need Hello Spring. And Hello Spring is put on with dimensionals. So, okay. Let's see, we have a knot there. Got a dimensional there. I'm trying not to put a dimensional on a dimensional. You know me, I always try not to do that. Okay, so it looks like we can just put it right there and it'll be good. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we did the 3 cards. Pull them back out again. That was pretty fast. Liked it. That was easy. Great sentiments for all your friends. Love this kit. How many of you have this kit? I know some people choose, they never know if they want it or not. And so they like, don't get it. And then they like, oh, I wish I'd gotten it. That's the thing about Paper Pumpkin. It's our only thing that you don't know exactly what you're getting. Hi, Terry. Hello. Now I know who you are, Miss Terry. Terry's on my team, and I didn't recognize her last name because that must be your maiden name, right, Terry? Or no, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Or your married name. I'm not sure. But anyways, hello, Terry. Okay, we did all that. Let's do some scrapbooking. All right, I'm going to put all this away. Now, how many of you know that we have an online exclusive shop? In other words, there are items on your computer on the shop site on stampinup.com that you can only get on the online shop. You won't see it in the catalogs. You're not going to get it any other way, but your demonstrator shares with you these online exclusives in the shop. Well, they are there, and I am going to show you how to find them, because a lot of people are like, no, where are they? I don't know where they are. What are you talking about? So let's do that. Let's see where these online exclusives are. All right. Get my computer up here real quick. I say real quick. Come on, computer. Please don't leave me today. There we go. Make sure I'm logged in. Okay, here we go. And I need to share my screen. There we go. And that's what I want. And I'm going to share. Okay, now make sure you all can see what I'm doing. I'm going to make the screen full. There we go. And I'm also going to take my banner off. Yeah, because it can get in the way. Whoops. There we go. Take that banner off. There we go. All right. So this is, when you go to stampinup.com, this is what you see. Now, if you have not claimed your demonstrator, it's just going to be blank up here in the right-hand corner. Right now it says, hello, Kristina. So I am my own customer. Here we go. We're going to find the online products. So you're here on the page and you go to, I find the easiest way to do it is to go to the menu. Okay. And right here in this picture, it says online exclusives. You click on that. And these are the things you can only get online. They won't be in a catalog. And tonight we are using Serene Love. All right. So this beautiful paper here, we're going to use it. See how it matches the cards? It's that beautiful lagoon and old olive, but it also has some Night of Navy. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that into my scrapbook page too. But I just think it's beautiful paper. And like I said, and it's on sale for $8.75. Pretty awesome. Usually it's $12.50. So, yeah. Let me go back to my other view. There we go. And okay. So I still have all this out. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. Like I said, I'm going to be using this beautiful Serene Love paper. I'm going to bring it out one more time. Now, I've used a lot of it. It's not all here, but most of it is. All of the lagoon paper is here. Here's one piece of old olive. The other piece is, I'm using it as the base for the card. And then the Night of Navy, I'm using some of the Night of Navy on the base. And so I don't have all of it either. But it's just beautiful paper. Love it. Love it. But you can only get it online. So you have to go to the online exclusive. All right. So here we go. Got all this. I am scrapbooking tonight. Easter pictures. So my church, I go to what's called a mega church. Ed Young is my pastor. And Fellowship Church in Grapevine, Texas, for Good Friday, almost every year. Last year was the first year we hadn't done it in years. Well, except for COVID. We go out to Clyde Warren Park, which is this really cool park that goes over Walter Walker's freeway. It's a little freeway that connects I-45 to I-35 there in downtown Dallas. And they've made it a park up there. It's really cool. So when you're on the park, you see these cars coming at you, but they go underneath you. It's really a neat park. But anyway, so Fellowship has gone out there for Good Friday every year. This is one of my friends. We're sitting on the bus. We have to take the bus. We meet at the satellite church there in Dallas, and then we bus over to the park together. I'm in the choir. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. So here's our stage. This is me looking at the stage before the event started. Okay, and you can see people are getting their blankets and everything. They're getting all set up. Whoops, out of order. This is me. I'm standing on the risers on stage, looking out at the sea of people. And behind them, you can't see it very easily, but there's the highway going underneath us. It is so cool. There's another friend of mine, and it says Good Friday event in the park. And anyways, we're just smiling. And then Easter morning, our church, they hung all these pink hydrangeas from the ceiling. And then they had this beautiful screen up, and then they had all these flowers on stage. It was so amazing. So beautiful. And then my husband and I on Easter morning, we got our picture taken there in front of the cross, Easter at Fellowship Church. So I'm scrapbooking these pictures. I thought the herbs were a good touch for Easter with all the flowers and everything. So let me get all these out of the way. All right. Get all this part out of the way. And we're going to start. Let me get all these dimensional covers out of the way. Goodness gracious. Woo. Okay. And I want to stick these down so they don't move. So I'm using some of my removable adhesive here. And I'm going to stick that one here. So this is that old olive, the two pieces in the paper pack, but I'm using both of them as my base. All right. So I've got that piece on. And then this one. I love these roses back here too. Whoops, I'm not. Help if I turn my tape over. There we go. Okay. Okay. And like I said, that's removable adhesive by Tombow. It just rubs off. You just take your finger and you rub it right off. It's so cool. Kind of like, what was that? God, it was this glue that my dad used to use. And I loved it because when it dried, you could rub it. Cement. I've drawn a blank. But anyways, rubber cement. That's it. All right. My base. So my background before I get my pictures on. So this was that Night of Navy. And I'm going to put those two here in the middle. They're both 6 inches. And this is 8 1/4. Then you can tell these are the card bases from the kit. And I cut these down to 7 inches. So it's 5.5 by 7. And they're going to go right there. Okay. So I'll have like a 1/2 inch on both sides. Got that? Okay. So far. Then I've got this green. So we've got two. We're going to put green over here and green over here. The green over here, we got the 2 inches. All right. And then we've got the 3 inches. That's going to, oh, wrong way. I was like, that's not fitting. Oh, no wonder. Okay. The 2 inches is at the bottom. The 3 inches is at the top. There we go. Okay. And of course, the navy blue is going to go on top of it. Now, when I originally made this scrapbook page, this is just an old page I did a long time ago. This was one whole sheet of paper. Since then, I've learned to gut the centers of my paper so that I don't waste beautiful paper. And since I really love this paper, yeah, I gutted it. And there we go. And so now this is going to go there. All right. So far, so good. Now this side, I did something. I really gutted it over here. Over here, okay, I have the 1/2 inch. Oops, come here. The 1/2 inch up here, 1/2 inch by 4, and the 3/4 inch. Is that right? Oh, I can't remember. Where's my drawing? Oh, shoot. Yes. Okay. Yeah. 1/2 inch at the top and 3/4 inch at the bottom, because now I'm going to take pieces of my cards. These are the card bases from the kit. Okay. And I have 4 that are cut 1 inch. So we're going to do 1 inch, and that's going to go right next to that 1/2 inch. And then this blue is going to go right up there. And then this one goes down here. Come here. Come here. And it should all equal 12 inches. There we go. Yep. So it all equals 12 inches. Then, since now I know that, I can move this up. Come here. So it's going to be a 1/2 inch, but just see, I couldn't cut this one at just a 1/2 inch all the way across because this part's showing of it. The 3-inch part is right there. And so I'll just leave that a 3-inch strip. And then here's another inch long one. Okay. And of course, those are cut at 6 because this is cut at 6. All right. So far, so good. Liking it. And now this, let's see. Let's see, that goes there. I'm just making sure that I've got this covered right. Yeah. It should all line up. Of course, once I glue it down, it will line up. But right now, oh, I know what it is. This blue piece goes here to cover this little funky section there. There we go. That's what I was missing. And then this little piece, this goes on this side. Yeah. And I'm not sure. It'll get there. Don't worry. Okay. And that one's going to line up there. Also, I'll have to use my T-square or my ruler in just a minute to make sure it's all even. But that is that's the back of the scrapbook pages. So I've got 2 12 by 12 pieces. Now, originally, like I said, this was a 6, and then I forget how long that goes all the way down. But instead, because I was just using the cards, I'm like, well, I don't need a whole long piece back there. You won't even see it. So I just cut off the little 1-inch strips there. And then same with this green paper, and then the cards here. And it worked out great. But then we're also going to use some of the herbs and stuff. I think we're really going to like this page. Okay, so let me get my adhesive and let's start. Like I said, I'm going to start with this part because these pieces all line up and bump up next to each other. So I know that they're all lined up correctly. All right, anybody got any questions so far? Oops, I don't have my comments showing. There we go. There we go. All right. So Mallory shops on the online exclusives all the time. I love it. And Terry said that's her maiden name. Awesome. Susan, how many sheets do you get? Okay, so you get that was a good question. 4 of 3, 12, regular number. You get 12 like in every paper pack. So 2 of each of the colors. No, 4 of each of the colors, 2 of each of the so each color has 2 designs, front and back. So 4 designs. So you get 4 sheets. Yeah, you understand. But yeah, 12 sheets. 3 colors. Lots of designs. Okay, so now that fits in there. And now that one goes in there like that. Perfect. And this one, oops, come here. And now at first I was worried because my herbs are going sideways. And I thought, you know what, by the time I get the pictures on there and everything, you're not even going to know those are herbs anymore. It's like it all gets covered up. So I resolved myself to not worrying about it. All right. And then that one fit right there. So perfect. All right. Well, I'm going over. I must have gotten something crooked because there's like a hair fraction of an overlay right there. But like I said, it's going to have other stuff on it. So let's leave that alone and let's get this side all put together. So move over and go, got that down. Okay. All right. Now, because this one is in the correct place, all we have to do is line this one up with it, and we know we're in the right place. Okay. There we go. It's down. Can't move it. Okay, and then, okay, is this, yeah, this is going the right way. Ta-da. All right, so all that's down now. Now we need these pieces. And don't worry about the score line. You really, I mean, yeah, you can see it a little bit, but like I said, when you get the pictures on there, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so that one's on there. Whoops, move out of the way, little fella. And now I got to make sure this one is like, now this is where it gets kind of tricky. So this is at the 9-inch mark right here. So 0 to 9. So I'm going to put this one at the 9-inch mark, which is right where that hole is. Okay, right there. All right. That's another reason why you want to have some grid paper or a grid mat to help you line things up. Yep. There we go. And now these two pretty blue pieces. Okay, this one went right here. I thought I was going to put this one up here, but then I don't think I will. I think I'll put it down here. Whoops, down here like this one also. That way they kind of match. Everything is very symmetrical today. I'm not usually a symmetrical person, but today I am. Okay, now that I've got that, now let's get our pictures out. Okay, and I decided to put my friend and I over here. And then my Easter, where's my Easter picture? My Easter picture over here. There we go. So pretty. And then Easter morning at the church. Of course, there wasn't anybody there yet. We were we had morning practice. That's one thing I love about my church choir practice. We practice on Tuesday nights, but really, if you miss Tuesday night, that's okay, because we get there at 6 in the morning and we start rehearsals for the 9:30 service. So. All right, so that's the stage. That's okay. How do I want this? I think I put the stage and the people down here, and then I put my other friend over here. Yeah, that's how I had it. Yeah, still very symmetrical. Okay, and I'm just going to have it come down. And I'm also going to have it come over a little bit. Okay. There we go. And same on this side. Okay. And now these guys. Oh, you can tell I'm using scrap paper here. Never throw your scrap paper away. There's always some place that can use it. All right, hold on. Let me get these lined up again so I can put these in where they go. All right, that looks good. Yeah, so this is... Okay, and... Yep. There we go. All right, got that down. Now, for my title, oh my gosh, I couldn't decide. I thought, well, Happy Easter. Well, how boring is that? Can't do Happy Easter. Obviously, it's Happy Easter. So I asked AI, and he came up with some ideas, but he made me think, oh, yeah, so he is risen. That's what we always greet each other with on Sunday morning, Easter morning. He is risen. So I thought, ooh, let's see if that fits. And it did. I was so happy. So here it is. I've already done it. I used our alphabet dies. He is risen on this little label that came with the card kit. And that's going to go up here, and we'll put some herbs over here. Then this tag, I like it for the journaling. And so we're going to put that. I think I had that like right there. I have it down here. I might have it down here. Ooh, no. Not enough room for it down there. I must have had it up here. Okay, so it is. Now I see why I wanted this up here. Okay, because I wanted to put the journaling down here, so I went across. Yikes. Can I change it? No, I can't. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. This is going to be a very symmetrical page. All right, let's just put it all down. Get her done. Let's just get her done. Okay, that's just going to go there like that. And then this one over here. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now, all my goodies I punched out. Another great item to have in your stash is a filler piece. This is a punch because punches are faster than dies. And sometimes I just need some sprigs poking out from the back just for filler. Okay. And so, and then it also has these little rosebuds. This is called the bow punch, and we still carry that. So if you don't have one, the bow punch, it's a great option to get when you just need some fillers. All right. So we have some rosemary. We've got some, let's put the thyme over here. Then I've got some basil. And I've got some mint. Well, let's put the mint over here. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. And the basil over here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right. Then I also have Granny Apple Green. And look at this piece. I wouldn't have thought, but this is our pretty peacock. I don't know if you can see it. But the pretty peacock goes great with the pool party there. And because it's just filler, the pool party in there, I thought, ooh, that looks good together. All right, so we're going to get one over here and one over here. But I always like to do 3. So we've got it pretty symmetrical. We don't really have many places, but we're going to go ahead and do one here. So we have one there, coming down here, and going up there. All right, so, and I'm going to use this pink for some pink. And I also, the petunia pop, I'd forgotten about the petunia pop. So I punched out some of the roses and petunia pop too. So I'm going to put that up there and that over there. And I may even do the pink. I don't know about the pink because I have this pink paper here. Seems like a lot of pink, or bubble bath, I should say. All right. Oh, you know what? I need another herb. I almost forgot. Okay. So there's my triangle. All right, here we go. This is the fun part, is putting it all together. Okay, so let's do this one first. All right, we're going to have these going kind of like that. All right, so these, and like I said, I don't usually use dimensionals on a scrapbook page because my scrapbooks are already thick enough. They don't need anything else. All right, so we're going to put that one there. And now I'm only putting adhesive in the center because I need room to tuck underneath. All right. And so there is what is that? The mint. Okay. That's the mint. Now, and I'm going to take this little piece off because that would be tucked under anyways. Come on. There we go. And let's see, where do I want that to come out? Right there. That looks good. Now you can either use glue dots, which is a good idea, or liquid glue, which is a good idea too. But glue is faster, so we're going to use glue. Oh, it's coming out of my tube without me pushing. Oh, lovely. Okay, tweezers to the rescue. There we go. Come on. Perfect. Okay, so we got that one. Now we need this one. Like I said, I just rip off the bottom because you won't see it anyways. Yep. Okay, we're having an emergency. Hold on, I got to get some silicone here. Oh, where's my silicone? Oh, come on, silicone. Where are you? I had you earlier. Darn it. It's going everywhere. I'm going to have to use this. I'm not sure why my glue is deciding to go everywhere, but it is. Okay, there we go. How we doing, people? How we doing? Oh, Mallory, does that also come in a suite? The paper you mean that I was showing? No, it's all by itself. Yeah, it's just a all by itself paper collection. There are 3 of them in there in the online store that don't belong to anything. They're just random packs of paper that nobody sees because they don't get into the online store very much. I want this to come out from behind here, I think. See if I can lift you up a bit more. I'll cut off more something. There we go. That looks good. All right, so we've got that. And then this little bit of petunia pop, we can have that coming out like that. That looks cute. Ooh, that is really coming out of the bottle. It's like I must have like an air bubble or something that's pushing it up. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, let's not do that. That looks good. Okay, so far so good. I'm liking it. And let's get the rest of these done. So, like I said, that has the bubble bath. He is risen. So I do need bubble bath in these other areas. And so there's these labels here. And so I thought I would just have the cluster on here. Okay. So, and I need one of these herbs to go down here. So I think I'm going to put this herb down there. Come here. And we'll put this herb on here. Since my glue is deciding to go everywhere. Oh my gosh. Does that ever happen to y'all? You had your glue just decide it's going to come out of the bottle on its own? Good grief. Crazy. Actually, I'm just using the tip of my glue bottle now as like a paintbrush. Seems to be working okay that way. All right, and let's pull that in there. Oops, okay. Okay. All right. Usually because the lid is too tight, loosen it a smudge. Oh, all right, I will. Hold on. Let me get this flour in here first. Okay. All right, let's see if that helps. Yeah, looks like it stopped. Awesome, thank you. Very good. Okay, so now I have this little cluster here, and we're just going to stick that on the label. Whoops, come here. Over here. You know what? I'm just going to stick that in that bunch of glue there. There we go. That works. And we're just going to have this like that. All right, there we go. And then there's plenty of room to do my journaling. Okay, and I'm also going to definitely put some bling out. It looks like I got a little adhesive there. A little adhesive eraser will get that off. Okay, and I'll put some, sequins and stuff. All right, let's do this one down here. I still need some pink, but this pink is too big. So I'm going to cut it like this one, like that, and like that. Okay, and then I'll have this one right here. Let me, I'm dipping it in this glue that is over here on the side where that was coming out of the bottle. Okay, that go. And you know what? I'm just going to use my snips and snip these off. There we go. I'm actually going to snip these back further. All right. I'm still using my glue bottle as a paintbrush, dabbing the glue on there. Works quite well. Tweezers. So whenever you're trying to figure out how you want to do a cluster, people are always like, how do you know how to cluster? It's very simple. You need a grounding piece, a foundation. That's what this pink is to build on. Then you need a large central point here, and then you tuck things behind it. Okay, that's all there is to it. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. All right, let's I'm gonna bring this one down a bit. Of course, that is really glued on there. All right, we're just gonna have to cut that leaf off. Oh, you know what? I can turn it over. Ha ha ha. There we go. Okay. Okay. Come here. Oof. It's really, really hard. It's like it's right on the edge. There we go. There we go. And then our little petunia one, we'll have it coming out. Almost done, you guys. Y'all are being so patient. Thank you so much. Now, don't forget, during this last week of February, you're going to get free stamps from me for my 8 years with Stampin' Up! And my 25,000 subscribers to YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, join in on the party. Yeah, we're having fun on the YouTube. And like I said, in March, I'm coming back to YouTube. All right, I know y'all are been begging me. Please come back to YouTube. So I'm going to try it again in March, and hopefully it'll work. I think it will. I think whatever was happening, I'm sure they got all the bugs out, because it seems like all the other demonstrators or people who do videos, they don't seem to have any problem with going live on both Facebook and YouTube. So I think it'll be back. So March. Be watching for me on YouTube and Facebook. All right. So other than that, we're done. We have our cluster up here. We use some of the herbs, and then I used from the Bow Punch some extra. He Is Risen is from our letters. Then I used parts of the card bases. Like I said, the herbs are from the cards. These pink pieces are from the cards. Yeah. And I did like this little triangle here. And of course, this looks like one of the flower clusters right here on the cross. So that's really nice. I'm going to sprinkle some sequins on here before I finish, and then I will be done and ready to put it in the scrapbook album. Yeah. Oh no, Susan said May had trouble on YouTube today. Blue, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Awesome. You guys are so great for hanging out with me tonight. We've been here for an hour. Wow. All right. And like I said, if you're watching on the replay, thank you. Be sure to say hello. And that's it. Bye-bye, you guys. See you Wednesday for Card Challenge Wednesday.